YouTube, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host TKK and we are back with another video. Guys, thank you for coming back, tuning into the channel. And if you happen to like this video, just make sure you go ahead and leave a like, subscribe so that you guys can be tuned in going forward. I do like to create content around the home theater space of talking about televisions and other things that are technology based. Hopefully you guys are all doing well. It is Sunday and tomorrow upload is going to be in regards to arcade, but I got a couple of things I wanted to talk to you guys about in regards of the TV space. So CES 2023 is now over and it was a great event. I do believe that 2023 is going to be an amazing year for television technology. There's some innovation coming out, some new stuff. There are some second generation of things that have me interested. Specifically, the quantum dot space is going to be really nice. Looks like we've got TCL that's going to be putting their hat into the whole space of that. So we should because Sony hasn't announced anything yet. We should have Sony, we should have Samsung and TCL jumping into the game there. Be interested if we can see if we can get like Hisense into the game of that too. Though I'm personally interested in trying a TCL. I'm not sure if it's something that I would buy to keep in my personal space, but hopefully I can get my hands on one of those if that's something true that's coming out. But we've got Samsung coming out with their stuff. I've made some content prior to this video talking about the two different variants, the S90C and the S95C. Those are going to be some really nice units. And then we've got LG coming out the gate with the G3. There appears to be some segregation within how they're doing their SKUs this time, with there being different panel technology. Now, I'm not sure if the C3 is not an MLA panel or not, or, you know, this is all new stuff, guys. And I've been doing this stuff for a long time, buying these at a consumer level. And because I didn't go to CES, I'm really getting my information at the same time that most of my viewership will be, because you guys are going to be buying your stuff from the retail chains just like I am. You're going to be experiencing it at the same time just like I am. And so this video is really for us to have some more engagement. Now, recently on the channel, I've been scrolling through the comments in the last couple of uploads. We've been engaging in some discussion around the G3 specifically, right? That appears to be like a TV that, you know, your loyal people to the LG brand are looking forward to. And I got to tell you, I'm one of them too. In 2022, out of my personal collection of TVs that I got, which keep in mind, I got Alpha 95 King, Samsung S95B, I got C2 twice, I got A90K also. These were, you know, top-notch models. I did not get a G2. I did have well experience with the G2, but because I didn't buy one for myself, it was not featured on the channel. The C2 was my favorite TV of 2022. Now, keeping in mind, I am a gamer, hardcore from the PC space of things. And so it just offered me the most consistency of everything that I needed in a gaming space. And I got that TV in 55 inch. So the brightness was where I needed it to be, considering that I was sitting 5, maybe 6 feet away from my computer desk. And I went from RTX 3090 to 3090 Ti to 4090 before I recycled that TV and switched fully to using the A95K. That being said, I am really interested in the C3. I know there's a lot of people feeling like the real jump is going to be the G3, but one thing you guys got to keep in mind, those two are two different TVs, okay? And the biggest opportunity, in my opinion, that the G3 is going to have is because you are still forced to set the TV up a certain way. Now, what I mean is, number one, the G3 is often going to come out after the C3. This is normally the thing. And this is why I always go after the C series OLEDs, because I always have to wait more for the G. And I'm an early adopter kind of guy. Like, I want to buy my stuff when it's brand new, right? And so number two, in the space that I personally like having my television placed, I'm not looking to mount them. I like moving my stuff entirely too much. This backdrop that you guys have seen was in another room before. It was in 2 other rooms. So, I mean, it's just like, I like moving my things around a lot, and putting me in a position where I have to mount my TV is not the best thing that's going to work for me personally. Though I am really interested in the G3, that's one of the drawbacks. You probably will have the opportunity to buy a TV base for it. But again, it's going to be a SKU that's going to be available later, and I have to spend more money for that, and I have to wait to get that. So if I got the G3 day one, it's like, where am I going to put it at? Like, that's one thing that you have to consider, okay? So the C is going to make that more accessible for you. Now, if you haven't upgraded since like the C9, CX, maybe even prior to that, That's going to be a very quality TV. I can tell you guys that. I listen to a lot of comments. I do venture off into other YouTubers and I look at their comment sections and I see people not really bashing the C series, but it's a great series OLED. I know it's not going to be the one that you're going to look at and feel like you're getting the most jump from the prior generation. But if you do look at from a couple of different 2 to 3 generations, you do see some great improvements. And I'm excited to seeing what the C3 can offer us. But personally, for my collection, I am looking into the Gallery 3. But I do really hope that LG gets to a point in a place where they go back to not segregating those two. You know, there was a time where there wasn't a gallery TV, and initially when they started doing this, the only difference was that it was built on a different frame, like glass, but from a performance perspective, they were the same. Separating those two TVs has been an issue, again, because they don't include the base. Give me the wall mount and the base and charge me an extra $250 and I'm fine. But that's just me. It also tells me why the S95C is going to be a great option. The TV is like slim from top to bottom. That thing is the same aesthetic design because of the One Connect. That's really, really great. And it comes with a base. So, I mean, it's like they don't give you the mount, but they give you better speakers. They give you the base so you can actually set the TV where you want it to be. And then the TV has been designed so that you can put it on the wall. So I'm a little bit disappointed with that on the G3. I'm looking for different things than what other people are. People are looking for brightness. They're looking for the uniformity. They want to make sure the blacks aren't crushed. And guys, listen, I buy the best displays I can get. I want those things too. But, you know, quality of life for me is telling LG to give me a base with my gallery TV. Make sure that TV is accessible at the same time as the C. And I'm going to be happy because the S95C is definitely going to be looking to give you those things. Now, what I did not hear from LG was that it doesn't appear that there will be a 144 hertz native resolution or refresh rate, excuse me, not resolution, but a refresh rate on the TV. That's a big deal for me. I'm a 4090 gamer. I do want that high refresh rate, especially with deep learning super sample. I know I've said in prior videos that I really don't accept it. I would prefer to play at a native resolution, but the opportunity for me to be able to engage in esport titles that can take advantage of high frame rates to give me lower latency is something that I want. Because the Samsung TVs are now offering that as a native refresh rate, that means that latency is going to be stupid low. So if the S95B was able to give us in 120 hertz space around 5 milliseconds, I can only imagine what the 144 will be. That's really good information, guys. So I really want to know what you guys think. Chime down in the comments. I'm going to be reviewing a lot of content from other people that were at CES. And, you know, I'll be making more content around my findings, but I'm really excited. So still, as things stand, I am looking to get G3. I am looking to get one of the Samsungs. I'm not really sure because now I'm seeing that the S95C is not limited to 77. It just doesn't seem to be a lot of concrete information that I can, you know, trust. But I would like to get one of those quantum dots. And also definitely I'm ready to hear something from Sony. I know that they normally take longer to show their products, and I'm totally fine with that because unlike the Samsung from last year, you know, my Sony hasn't undergone a lot of changes that have made it lesser of a TV than what I got initially when I bought it. So I'm hopeful that they're also not going to make us wait 3 months for a quantum dot OLED. It's like the S95B came out last year so much sooner to when the A95K came out. People couldn't justify the price because the S95B was cheaper. And by the way, guys, I still am getting comments where people are trying to debate with me about the price, S95B versus A95K. Listen, it's a new year. And if affordability is what you put into your graphs when you're looking for like best TV, that's totally fine. I'm respecting that because cost does matter. But when I say that I want the best TV, I don't give a darn what it costs. I'm not saying that I'm just going to just blow money, but if the TV is going to meet all the boxes that I need, I don't care if it costs double, 3 times or whatever. Again, intelligent purchases is definitely what I encourage you to do, but understand that everyone is going to be different in their situation, right? So again, I just hope that Sony can come out with their TV much sooner. And from a cost perspective, even if it comes out at $4 grand at 65-inch, guess what? That's exactly what the last year model and the year model prior cost. So I'm totally fine with that. But again, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I'm going to catch you guys on the next one. Peace, God bless. And as I always say, Max love.